Right now, Katy Perry is one of the biggest stars around. When it comes to chartbusters, she can do no wrong. She kissed a girl and liked it, and now we're hearing her roar. But for all of Katy's deserved success, she's also felt some real lows and lived them publicly. Dumped by text by Russell Brand, she hit rock bottom. How Katy came through and why she's now on top and in love again is just a little of what you'll experience in this exclusive with guest reporter and editor of Marie Claire, Jackie Frank.
You do it.
Yeah,
Totally.
did it. No, no.
You got
Selfie. I'll do it. Yeah, I know how to do a selfie. Yeah, Marsha.
Thank you, darling. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Everybody set, guys? Let's all sit down and be as quiet as possible so we can have the best interview as possible.
By the way, Katy, I got off a plane from Australia and had laryngitis, so I don't normally sound like a transvestite.
Are you contagious?
No, I came on Friday. No. No.
And I'm hearing my song on the radio for the first time ever in life in Dallas, Texas. Woo! I'm just so excited. I've never heard my song on the radio.
When did you discover your voice? When, first time?
Well, I started singing when I was 9 years old at church. My father was very persuasive, and I also felt like it was a magic trick that I discovered. It felt like I was pulling a rabbit from out of a hat.
We'll never truly be so free, yeah. Only reason that I live is Christ come down and died for you and me.
Your parents are both born-again ministers?
Yes.
And how strict was your childhood?
My childhood was oddly strict. We weren't allowed, we were censored a lot and sheltered, so we kind of lived in a bubble a bit, so I didn't really know that other people existed out there in the world that weren't like us. And from then on, I went through so many different evolutions, and here I am today.
Well, congratulations, because Raw went straight to #1.
In Australia, it's been fantastic. Everyone in Australia, it feels like they have led the way this time around.
Well, we love a strong woman.
Thank you.
The music clip is fun and interesting. The woman lost in the jungle, tangles with the lion, tames it, and she comes up on top.
Yes.
Was that about your own life?
I think so, because the song Roar is about finding your inner strength to, maybe speak up for yourself, and that came out as a roar for me.
You said when you were writing Raw, you felt that you'd started it and you were a bit angry, but in fact you surprised yourself when you started to write.
Yeah.
That it was a different...
Yeah, at first I was angry and I was like pointing outwards, and then it went like this as I was writing the song.
So was Stevie Nicks wrong?
Was Stevie Nicks wrong?
Yeah, Stevie Nicks felt that Raw was about one of your exes.
I think we should stop that.
Okay.
All right.
So sorry.
It's okay.
The words from your hit Fireworks. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Are you an optimist?
Oh, yes. I'm an absolute optimist. I mean, to the point where, the problem is staring me in the face, and I'm still like, we can work this out. We can work this out. We can do it. We can do it,
I think an unusual thought while it's happening. So then, later on, I think...
Congratulations on the documentary Part of Me. What a massive success that was.
Hubby, when you're here, I do better.
Hi.
Oh, sausage.
That was amazing.
You lived your life so openly and honestly on camera that time.
Yes.
Why did you feel the need to be so honest?
Well, I didn't know I was going to catch a lot of highs and lows. I just thought I was going to catch the behind the scenes. But then while I was filming, unfortunately, I caught a lot of other stuff.
I can hear you still.
I couldn't be like, hey, this didn't happen. There's no way There was no opportunity to be like, this didn't happen. So I had to be tasteful about it and show what did really go on in my life.
You have two options. You can cancel the show, or you can do your best.
There was that really revealing moment in Brazil where, you know, you were obviously very upset.
Start, Todd.
You're falling apart, but then, just before going on stage, you gathered the strength to do it. I mean, I was sitting there in awe of you. And I just want to know, how did you get that strength? What did you channel to be able to do that?
Well, there's this weird little adrenaline button that gets hit when you get thrown on that stage that gives you this extra percentage that you needed. Personal problem. It wasn't a public problem, so I wasn't going to plague my audience and make them pay for it. You know,
Yeah, but you're still a person too.
Of course, but I did realize that I was on stage for only 2 hours, and then 22 hours for the rest of the day. I couldn't handle all that stuff, so I learned how to really separate it.
Are you a romantic?
Yes, of course. I'm an absolute romantic, but the difference is I live in this moment.
So you still believe in love?
Absolutely. I'm in love.
Are you in love?
Yes, ma'am.
I will wait for you as long as I need you. And if you ever get back to...
So these days, you're trying to protect your privacy more by not being so open about your love life.
Do we want to talk about PRISM more?
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
I started PRISM in November of 2012, and I was in a darker place in my life. And I actually wrote the first song I wrote back was this song called By the Grace of God, which is on the record, and if you hear it, it's a song that paints a picture about how low I was. Laying on the bathroom floor is the lyric out of that song, and feeling like I wasn't enough. It wasn't possible for me to be loved.
Laying on the bathroom floor.
How have you moved from that position?
I moved from that position through a lot of searching for help, through a lot of changing how I think about myself, not living in fear, not giving a lot of extra attention to those negative thoughts.
Comes from within, doesn't it?
Absolutely, 100%. If you're all good on the inside, then it's so much more attractive on the outside, because you could be like the hottest girl and with the best body and wearing the coolest clothes, but if you are a bitch, I mean, you are no fun to hang out with.
I don't think you were ever a bitch.
Well, don't ask anyone that said that. I mean, I can be demanding, but that's because this job is demanding.
Roll the tape.
Good morning, Katy Perry.
I heard you on the radio in Australia.
And let's talk about gay marriage.
I know you're interviewing me, Katy.
Yeah. Mr. Abbott isn't for gay marriage. I know you probably are, Katy, but it's one of the things that has been a bit of a hot topic lately.
I love you as a human being, but I can't give you my vote then.
You were talking to Tony Abbott, who now is our Prime Minister.
Am I going to be allowed back in Australia now?
You are a role model for women.
I'm not a role model.
For some women.
I'm an inspiration.
Okay, you're an inspiration.
Yes, ma'am.
I love
because
that.
a role model is someone that will inevitably fall and fail another person. And so I never claimed to be a role model. I'm so happy to be an inspiration.
I feel there's a real change going on with Katy Perry.
Great.
In terms of, you used to have, you know, the cotton candy look.
Sure.
And, you know, very made up and the purple hair.
Oh, have a picture. Come on. Got it.
And I don't know, is Katy Perry kind of growing up in front of us?
It doesn't. I hope growing up is not scary, because it's not scary for me. I'm actually quite enjoying it.
So today, very strong Katy Perry.
Well, I mean, it's a work in progress. I'm not finished yet.
There's more of that exclusive interview with Katy in the December issue of Marie Claire. Her new album, PRISM, is released on Friday. And Katy will be performing on Sunrise in a special event at the Sydney Opera House on Tuesday week. Back in a moment.